Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you are new, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, notification, and give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs ups. That's what grows the channel. If you guys have already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back. 5:55 on the clock as I speak. Let me go ahead and put a disclaimer on this shit right quick, okay? Disclaimer. Please do not make any life-altering decisions based off of this reading or any of my readings. These readings are intended for entertainment purposes only. Please do not quote me. I don't know anything. I don't know shit. Don't quote me. If I am saying you, but really I am talking about this King of Wands, flip that shit around. If I am saying he, but really I'm talking about this Queen of Wands, flip that shit around. It is energy. We all carry masculine and feminine energy within us. It is a collective. It is not personal. Therefore, it will not resonate with everyone. It will resonate with the collective. I can assure you that it will resonate. It won't resonate for everybody. We're talking about timelines. Timelines. It's a collective. Don't make it personal. If it doesn't sound like you, don't make it you. If it doesn't sound like you, it's either not you or it has not happened yet. This is timelines. Bigger than shit. Hi, Reese. How are you? Are you a fire sign, Reese? I have fire on this pre-shuffle. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, strong Aries. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Thumbs up. You're a Leo. Hi, Fatima. Blessings right back to you. I have strong fire. I got strong fire. I have strong feminine energy. Pisces. Could be dealing with a Pisces. Could be dealing with an Aries. Could be dealing with a Libra, Scorpio. Y'all doing okay? It's it's emotional. If you're a feeler, you can feel it, and it's like I don't know if I explained it yesterday in the collective that I typed up and put on the community wall. It's like birthing. There's this excitement that comes with bringing a child into the world. Um, the fear is gone. You had 9 months to be afraid, right? You're not afraid anymore. You're ready, right? And you go so deep. You're going deep, and every little everything makes you cry. Look at that baby, so sweet, so cute. It's not your baby. You're up there in the birthing. Has anybody ever been in a labor delivery room or the labor delivery part of the hospital? It's very emotional. Feel the feels, Reese. It's an emotional time. I'm gonna try to get into it, and maybe it's not a bad feely feel. It's get in there and feel it. Feel it. I feel it's like a balancing of the masculine feminine energies, right? Like The feminines are the feelers, they're the nurturing energy, right? The masculines, they're the ones that like go and make things happen. um, but I think the the masculines are tapping into their feminine side, balancing these energies out, and they're having a better understanding of their their feminine side, as well as the feminine females in their life, daughters, sisters, moms, um, feminine girlfriends, wives, um, in the twin flame connection, their feminine, their counterpart. Um, we can have same sex, right? Two women, one can be more feminine, one can be more masculine. Both of them can be feminine, whatever. We can have two dudes here. It's energy. I will call the masculine he because it's easier, and I will call the feminine she because it's easier. Um, I was driving with my daughter today, and I said, I'm going so deep on the inside, right? I go so deep and I cry, and and it feels so heavy, like this purge, but but a different purge. He just died Sunday, this past Sunday. Yes, yes. It's very hard. It's very, my brother-in-law was killed, T-boned, T-boned. He was in Mexico and got hit and run on November 10th of 2022. He was younger than me. It's very hard when they're young, and it's very hard when it's sudden. It's emotional. You- Yes. Um, I went through that. I went through that, Reese. I went through that. I went through that. My mom died back in June. And I mean, I've grown up in this town, right? I grew up in this town. I was talking about it, Reese, how if someone dies, I make food, take it to their house. Um, I always do that. Now, one person knocked on my door when my mom died. That's the second time I've heard that. Fatima, that's the second time I heard that this week. I was at work. This lady at work told me that her friend had a bad tooth. How old is your sister? Is she in her 50s? It's young. That's young. My mom died in June. She was 71. Like, she found out, I don't know, like Derby weekend, 1st of May, and was gone June 21st. Oh, your husband's brother. How's your husband? Devastated. Devastated. The energy in the collective is like, have any of you all been to the labor delivery unit? It's quiet up there. It's it's calm up there. It's it has a very spiritual feel to it, right? I mean, life is coming through in that part of the hospital. Every day, life is coming through every day. I think I think that Reese, that's what we're leaning towards, right? So I'm not my spiritual awakening, my Kundalini awakening, Reese, was pretty much forced on me, after meeting the twin and the separation. Our separation is what forced that awakening, I do believe. But I've never doubted psychics, never. But I knew I wouldn't call myself a psychic, but I had very psychic experiences my whole entire life, seeing ghosts and things like that. My aunt, like, she predicted so much stuff in my life, so I was exposed to it. Um, would I call myself a spiritual person? No, not until the Kundalini awakening, right? Um, but even after the awakening, the logic and reasoning behind everything. It all had to be logic and reasoning. Once I couldn't, okay, once I put that to the side, then I could go, okay, this was spiritual. And um, that was, I had to stop doing that. I had to stop doing that. I did it for a long time. So I was in resistance, in other words. When people die younger than you, it is hard. When they die younger than you, it is hard. When they die older than you, it is hard. Fatima, I was at work and this kid, I call him a kid. I mean, he's probably about 20, 25 years old. And he said, it has to be better. We have to be better dead because we're not paying bills and stuff. And I said, I believe that it's better. We're better dead. I do believe that. Um, it's harder for us because we don't get to see the loved one anymore, right? We're not seeing our loved ones. So, and like the big boss, she was sitting there, just she was trying to help him, right, with some things on the computer. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to get ready to start crying, like, because my mom just died, but I can hear her. And the way that she sounds to me is how she sound before um, something happened to my mom, y'all. I don't know what happened. Um, I think it was my stepdad. I think it was all those years of living with my stepdad. I think the verbal and mental abuse. Um, my mom probably had some narcissism going on, and there was probably some deeper things than that. And so our relationship, yeah, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Um, and I was telling him, like, my daughter and I, we were hanging up pictures in my bedroom, and one of the things that my mom, like, when I bought this house like 20 years ago, my mom would come and help me hang up pictures, like that extra set of eyes. And those were moments that it felt really good between me and my mom. So when my daughter and I was back there, I could hear my mom. And I was telling that to them, and that'll, they didn't blink an eye to it, right? They weren't like, nuh-uh, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, people would be like, what? Is when I would talk about seeing dead people and hearing dead people, people would be like, what are you talking about? And then I would get like, oh, and I didn't, I would feel some kind of way. I wouldn't want to talk about it. Um, they didn't, they didn't, they didn't blink an eye. Like, is this bitch crazy? She's hearing her dead mom. I mean, if they thought it, they didn't act like they thought it. And uh, he said, he said, this kid, right? This kid, and he's from Africa too, right? He goes, who do you think is really running everything? And I'm like the Illuminati. He was like, yeah, who do you think that they are? And I'm like, well, you know, the the, the Federal Reserve, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the big pharma. And he goes, I heard they eat babies. I'm like, right, right. We we're further along, y'all. We're further along than probably what we think. And then the big boss goes, well, I don't look at those conspiracy, but I look at the celebrity conspiracies. And I'm like, but it's all connected. And she's like, ooh. I'm like, it's modern day slavery. This is modern day slavery. And until we get away from the federal banking system, until we get away from the Federal Reserve, until these corporations, ugh, I mean, we're slaves to it. It's a weird and wonderful world. I think there's more magic going on behind the scenes than we could ever imagine. Someone is watching over me and watching out for me. That's all I know and feel. And that's something that come up in the collective reading, Reese, yesterday, I think. And the feminine collective giving thanks to the divine, thanks to the angels, thanks to the spirit guides and our loved ones on the other side. Some aliens and stuff too, just watching over us. However you view your higher power, the feminine collective is spending a lot of time connecting and showing gratitude and appreciation. So I've been getting a lot of that. I've been getting a lot of you're being prayed for and you don't even know it. So yeah, that's I don't know if you ever go to the community wall, Reese, and a lot of people don't really want to read readings, but I don't like to be on camera every day. I just don't. So I do that instead. My sons do not want to get married because life is very hard and expensive. That is what they tell me. Um, it is a good thing, I think, Fatima, they are waiting, that they are waiting, because often we do me I did this thing where I would get all goo goo gaga for somebody, and it would be fucked, right? Like, um, I was the queen of getting close to people I shouldn't be getting close to, right? So, I think as I, I hate to I hate to see where our kids aren't like dating. I hate to see that happen, to where they get socially awkward, but good for them to be selective, right? Too many divorces and fights in families, and they stay because of kids, they stay because of property, they stay and they're unhappy, and it doesn't do any good for the families, the children, right? It teaches the kids to stay. It teaches the kids to put up with bullshit. I Fatima was the black sheep of my family, right? The middle child. I didn't stay. I stayed for a very long time in a toxic family environment with my family, but not with like the men that I had children with. I am Catholic and I have faith, but I know that the world is in trouble. So I decided to send love and healing and light to everyone. Um, the Catholic Church, not the people that attend the Catholic Church. No, I don't believe that. I believe that Catholics are very devout and very, their faith is very strong. The Vatican, I think that's a whole nother story that we won't get into, right? Because I feel like they are part of the Illuminati and they are part of the corruption on a global level. Um, the people that go to Catholic churches, no, I don't believe that at all. People that go to Baptist churches, no, I don't believe that. People that go to Pentecostal churches and all that, no. The Vatican, Washington, D.C., London, the royals, these are the people that are pulling the strings. I hope that wasn't offensive. I might have just offended you. I feel a connection to you in the way that we always felt something was very wrong with this place and this life, like aware that we are not free in a world of people who don't question and are asleep. Yeah, I know. I remember you being in the chats before, but one day you just asked me out of the blue what I thought Um, you asked me what I thought about. Did you ask me? Um, I don't remember what you asked me now, Reese. And I asked you if you had watched the fall of the cabal. There were things that I talked about on the channel that my channel got hit, Reese. In 2020, my channel got hit. I was talking about things, and it's so crazy too because there was a lot of things that I learned from, like, back in the day, right? You could see, you know, Cat Williams talking about the Illuminati. Back in the day, you could listen to Tila Tequila talking about they're coming after me. If you all find me dead, I did not kill myself. You can't find videos like that on YouTube anymore. They were trying to warn us about things that was happening years ago, right? Well, I would be watching that stuff, right? I would be watching it, and and I'm like, yeah, for sure. I think the whole COVID thing woke a lot of people up to how controlled things are. We was told to sit down and put on a mask, do what you're told, and we all did it. We all did it. Yeah, it's the and that's everything, Fatima. That is everything. If you look at like the Marine Corps, Child Protective Services, um, things, Boy Scouts, things that we think are good. I worked for a club, right? A club. And I mean, it's secret society. It was secret society. I watched them swear in. I'm like, they gambled in there. There was shady business going on in there, and they used charity, right, as the write off to, pocket money, launder money, not have to pay taxes on shit. And I mean, if you look, right, like, look at how we have to pay property taxes every year, how we have to keep paying taxes on our house. Look at the interest rate on the credit cards, the interest rate on the houses. That is loan shark, right? Now, if you or Reese came up to me and was like, "Hey, Stacy, can I borrow $5,000?" Yeah, sure. You can borrow $5,000, but you're gonna have to pay me back 15,000, right? Well, I would go to jail for loan shark, but these our government, the banking system, the churches. I mean, think about it. Even like the Vatican, they've got more money in their basement to feed the whole world. Why are they sitting on it? Why are they hoarding it? Isn't that against like one of those commandments or one of the deadlies? You know? So it's how we sign up for these things and we think that we're doing something really good, and in our hearts we are doing something good, right? When we work these charity events, I've worked these charity events, where we go to church and we go out here and we help people in the community. Our hearts are it's in this beautiful place, the space of helping others. But the ones up at the top that's really controlling it all, they're just making a bunch of fucking money off of it. And yeah, yeah. right now, I think what we're on from birth because of the our social security number. And I mean, they take that, right? They take the Bible and they fear people to death. They fear monger. Where I don't think that we're supposed to fear God. Not like that. I think that we're so it's not like that. I think that they use God as fit to control us, keep us afraid, and keep us obedient. Here's the what I've learned about that though, Reese, because I used to get really frustrated, like with my mom. It was a big thing between my mom and I. Shit, Reese, my twin and I got into it over those masks. He was like, my twin flame told me I was part of the problem. I refused to wear them. I refused to wear them. Um, I'm not wearing that shit. It is symbolic. It is symbolism. It is evil. It is they wear them in satanic ritual abuse ceremonies and shit. No, I'm not wearing that. It's evil. It's evil. I'm not wearing it. And people that were, they thought that they were doing a good thing, right? Where I'm like, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Here's the thing. What I started to understand, Reese, is I was no better. I wasn't being a good person by judging them for wearing the mask. They were afraid to death that they were going to catch that shit. They were afraid to death that they were going to give that shit to their loved ones and their loved ones were going to die. And I was the bad guy, right? I'm not, I'm I don't try to wake people up anymore. I don't say anything. I mean, I don't just sit back and be quiet. Don't try to feed me bullshit and think I'm going to agree with it. I'm not. I'll speak my opinion, but I don't try to force feed people with it. And I try to understand that everybody, Reese, is going to wake up in their own timing. And that's why a lot of times these readings, they will be timelines. I'm looking at a timeline right now. This is a timeline right here. So one of the things that I felt, if you go, if you, well, not even go and looking into conspiracies. Let's don't even bring the conspiracy into it, even though the shit's being proven as fact, right? We'll put the Project Mockingbirds and the MK Ultras and the Project Paperclip and all that. So we'll put all that stuff over here, okay? So Reese, let's just say, okay, you and I are in a relationship and we date each other, what we live together, and I don't know, let's say um, something something that you feel insecure about. I don't know, maybe, or we'll say me. We'll say me. So my butt dropped. Okay, my butt dropped, and so I look at it sometimes. I'm like, oh, my butt dropped. If I did some squats, though, it would perk back up. And you say, you know what, Stacy? If you would do some squats, your butt would perk back up. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then, the next day I'm getting out of the shower, whatever, you're in there brushing your teeth, I'm getting out of the shower. You know what, Stacey? Your ass would perk back up if you would do some squats, right? And you find these things and you pick at me. Now at first I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. But after how long of listening to this every single day, now I feel insecure, right? And I believe you, like, that you don't find me attractive, or that my worth is based on my ass being up here. That's kind of what happened, right? When you look, Reese, at people that are in narcissistic relationships where they're being verbally and mentally abused, those are the people that were probably quicker to sit down. Those people were the ones that were probably quicker to sit down, because when you turn on the news and you hear it every single day, put on your mask. You do it for the other person. If you care about people, you wear the mask. That's why you're wearing it, for other people. Staggering deaths, staggering. So there, you listen to this every single day. That is brainwash. And that's where, I guess, Risa, was probably about the end of summer, first of fall in 2019. I started feeling it coming, right? I didn't know what it was. I did not know that it was COVID-19. I knew it, something very big was happening. And really, what I thought it was at first was the masculine collective in the twin flame dynamic was really going to start seeing these karmic cycles, their karmic partners, for what they truly are. I remember that was what I felt was happening, and that goes into the that falls into the great awakening as well, right? It's not just one thing in the great awakening and the mass awakening. But I remember being at my mom's, and she's got CNN on. I'm like, what the fuck? Why you watch this shit? And I turn this shit off. Turn it off. And she just wouldn't. She would not turn it off. And um, here's the thing, Reese. People that wouldn't turn it off, they've been mentally abused, honey. You don't have to be angry with them. You don't have to call them sheep, even though it's like they've been hurted and led, right? You don't have to feel that way. You pray for them. Pray for them to wake up. Pray for them to turn that crap off. Pray for them to stop polluting their minds. Because even if you look at a flip side of it, right? If you look at the flip, it's all propaganda. All of it, unless you are living your true sovereign being self. It's all fucking propaganda on both sides of it. Remember remember y'all, everybody wakes up at a different time. Some people will wake up to the propaganda. Some people will wake up to the divinity that lies within, the Kundalini awakening, the God source that lies inside of you, where your intuition, your third eye is open. You are lit. Some will do both, right? It's there. It both. It's not it's about humanity and your sovereign beings. It's not about you don't want to look at a group of people that's doing this and think that they're void of intuition, because you plant seeds every day. You plant seeds are being planted every single day. We plant seeds. We just can't. We can only water our backyard. We can't water their backyard. And if you want someone to wake up, do it with love, not motherfucker, you just put that mask on, sit the fuck down, and do what you're told. Because I used to do that, right? Don't do that. Don't do that, Reese. Even Jesus told the apostles not to take money in their belts, because where they go, people will feed them. Faith, trust, trust in God. So for some people, right? For some people, we trust, it's our trust in whoever you believe. For me, my Kundalini awakening was Christ consciousness, right? The crown chakra, when my crown chakra opened, it's this Christ like, what would Jesus do? Jesus wouldn't be calling people sheep, Reese, right? Jesus wouldn't be saying, um, Jesus wouldn't be judging them. Jesus would sit down and have dinner with them and listen to them, right? I did that shit, Reese, man. I did that shit. I got frustrated. I lost a lot of people. I'm like, wake the fuck up already. I don't do that no more. That is that's brainwash. When they would wish death on anti-vaxxers, that's brainwash. And it's really sad that how many, I don't know, I don't want to talk about that. I mean, I didn't take that. I didn't take that vaccination. I wasn't going to take that vaccination. That's a real sad thing. It's sad that not only, but I mean, I've given my children other vaccinations, right? My kids never had flu vaccinations. My son didn't never have a flu vaccination until he joined the Marine Corps. You can only change what is going on inside of you, Reese. You can't change what's going on in somebody else's brain. People will wake up or they won't. That doesn't have anything to do with you. You are in control of you. That's what they do. I would be like, are you fucking kidding me right now? When I hear people, oh, what? Are you fucking serious? Um, I, I educate myself. And even really, though, Reese, I don't even really go down rabbit holes much anymore, because it's even that can get to be kind of like put you in a bad mood. The thing about the thing about anything, it should be a choice. And when it becomes mandatory, anything that is mandatory, that is going against our constitutional rights. And that was my thing I would not wear a mask. I would go in stores. I would not wear a mask. I'm not walking up on you. I'm not hugging up on you, but I'm not wearing that fucking mask. How a mandate is just something that's like a recommendation, right? We recommend that you do it. How can you force me to go against my sovereign being rights, right? When it becomes something that you have to do, we're going against the Constitution. We're going against for some people that they will look at it as a constitutional right. Some people will look at it as a sovereign right, spiritually. Yeah. Go out there and put your feet in the ground. You know what makes me mad? Gas prices and grocery prices. That makes me mad. Like, why are we still doing this? Like, why? Even with that, even with that, the things look really bad, right? Reese, things look really bad. You know, when you're healing, it gets worse before it gets better, right? Globally, we are healing. You understand? Things have to come out. And Reese, it couldn't come out all in your face at one time because where it, people have been programmed for years to believe that their government gives a fuck about them. People have been programmed for years to believe that the news gives a fuck about them. So you can't just come out there and go, oh, hey, listen, the people that you buy their clothing line, you buy their shoes, you buy their vehicles, you vote for them at the voting polls. Guess what? They fuck babies, infants. They get the adrenochrome off of them. People's gonna be like, what? You think that can all just come out at one time, Reese? You think that comes out all at one time? And even that's like a wake up call. That's a wake up call. If people don't see that, why is that happening? We have become a society that we don't want to hurt people's feelings. It's sensitive. But again, we have been programmed to be cordial and polite and sensitive. And while yeah, that's good, right? To not be mean to people, our niceness has been taken for fucking stupidity and ignorance. That's why people are getting mad, Reese. I ain't mad at you, honey. I understand. I understand. I was there in 2020, but I learned that I was only hurting myself in that type of energy. See what I'm saying? It's not, it wasn't doing me. I embarrassed my daughter in that energy. I love my daughter. My daughter's my best friend. I don't want to embarrass my daughter. I don't want to make her feel bad. And I embarrassed her. I call a lady in the grocery store, call me fucking bitch. Don't tell my kid what to do. My daughter was like, Ma! It was bad. And I realized I could have even went uglier than that. I was so mad. How dare you? How dare you tell my child to put that fucking mask across her face? My daughter has spina bifida. Walking with arm crutches isn't the easiest thing. Using a wheelchair to get around isn't the easiest thing. She's not putting a fucking mask across her face. I showed my ass, Reese. I understand. I understand your frustration and your anger, but frustration and anger breeds frustration and anger. So if you turn that anger and frustration around and understand that it had to be this way in order to wake people up, it had to be this way. Things had to happen this way. I do too. I do too, and I work in the public, but I do. Reese says I try to stay away from people. In all honesty, I have like one friend that I see like outside of my house. The way everyone is the same gets to me a lot. I try not to let it, like, how people buy the same stuff, etc. I've never been very social anyway. I've always been kind of a loner too. Reese, I was a bartender for years and years and years. I thought I didn't like people because I was always around them, right? Sorry, love you and your daughter, Richard. Richard, are you new? That was just a story, Richard. That was a story from back in 2020 when this lady in the grocery store told my daughter to put a mask on. I was like, don't tell my daughter what to do. Hmm. Richard, have I seen you in here before? Are you new? I'm gonna have to put a timestamp on this. 5229. I appreciate those thumbs ups too, y'all. YouTube don't like my channel, so for my channel to grow, it really has got to be the thumbs ups. YouTube don't like me. All right, 52. I didn't put it. I didn't bring a pen in here. 5229. Let's go. Let me change that. 50, we'll say 5311. We'll call the reading 5311. All right, y'all, so check it out. The energies, and again, you guys, a lot of times I don't like coming on camera, so I'll throw the spread, I'll type it up. As I know it's old school and most people don't really want to take the time out to read it, but those readings, they are significant, they are valid, they are relevant. And though to me those readings are just as relevant and valid as me throwing a spread. um, I had seen a lot of emotions and feelings in the collective. Like I, I was driving with my daughter today, and like how I tried to explain this to her was when we evolve, right? So She's a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. The way that I can like look at my daughter would be a page of cups or a knight of cups, me being a queen of cups, right? Um, when when we start to evolve, so for my daughter to go from the page of cups to the knight of cups, I said it's like you're evolving to a queen of cups status. The queen of cups is very emotional, she's sensitive. um, Thank you, Reese. It's I work in the public. I work in the public, Reese, and sometimes I'm just like, not today, not today. I'm peopled out. So I've been crying a lot. I've been crying, and it's like I've been going down into my core, and I don't know if it's just this like this unblocking of my solar plexus, if that's what it was, but it felt more like birthing, because when Fatima will understand, it's birthing is very it's a lot. It's exciting and it's overwhelming, and it's highs and lows and highs and lows, and then once you've birthed the baby, it's a calm. It's very calm, and those energies for me, it's like I've been in the fetal position, and I've been I've been going down deep, and I think about my mom, and I think about how we didn't get there. I'm thinking about my sons, and I know I'm thinking about my counterpart and how far he's come, and he went through the dark night of the soul, and he's coming out and he's evolving, and it's a beautiful thing, and I'm blessed in so many ways. I'm getting like mushy and sensitive and emotional, and then it's calm, and then I'm calm. So how I was explaining that to my daughter, and then she told me, um, I started crying for no reason at work. I was like, right. So the feminine collective is like they're going deep down in their feelings for evolving to the next level. That's what I think is happening. That's what I believe is happening. And the cards is kind of validating that too. Um, I threw, and the first card I get is the moon. I look at the moon and I see Pisces. A lot of readers will see Cancer. I see Pisces. It's feminine energy. It's very, very emotional. Birthing comes, pregnancies, um, menstrual cycles. You hear more babies being born during full moons, right? Um, the moon comes in phases and cycles. It is very feminine energy, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna title this "Feminine's Feminine Feelers Feel." This is feeling emotions. You may be dreaming a lot. Um, Pay attention to the dreams, maybe write them down. Maybe we're not going to take our dreams literal, but just like maybe if you are experiencing a lot of dreams, maybe keeping a dream journal notebook there, or just writing down what you're dreaming. I clarify the moon. and I get the three the three of cups and the five of wands. Now this is where I start to understand I'm probably going into different timelines, different phases, because we're all Reese. We're all waking up at a different level, right? This three of cups reads reunion, but the three of cups also speaks about friendships. The five of wands in this deck is competition. So it is kind of like what you were talking about too, Reese, where you look back and you're like, I've lost so many friends. It's like I'm by myself. The waking up process, a lot of times, Reese, we kind of do got to go at it by ourselves. But there's more to this three of cups and this five of wands, and I know that these are, it's gonna be different for each and every one of us, right? I throw on the three of cups and the five of wands, and I get the queen of wands. Um, and that's why I was like, Reese, are you a fire sign? Because Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in this deck, she reads passion. She came out. She was the only queen that came out in the collective reading that I did yesterday, and is the masculine collective is very passionate about the feminine collective, and they're also looking at their feminine, their feminine, the feminine collective is um they're being looked at differently, more their beauty is not, it's being noticed differently, not, let me make sure I'm wording this right. It's not what the magazines tell us beauty is, or what keeping up with the Kardashians tells us what beauty is. Men are finding beauty in, it's different. They're viewing beauty in a different way. I clarify because I start also thinking too, don't don't let your imperfections, don't let your insecurities, don't, because the queen of wands and the five of wands, this can be like a competitive energy, like that, like I'm not good enough, like a side chick type of energy. Don't tell yourself stories that's just simply not true, right? Don't be in competition with yourself like that. Um don't beat yourself up. I felt that it was timelines because of that five of wands there, right? Like the queen the queen of wands in an upright position is very secure. So why do I have the moon and the five of wands right there? There's something that she is telling herself that's, it's not true. It is not true. Back again, Reese, to what we was talking about, like when we lose friends, we're not losing them. They were there, they had their reason, they had their purpose, and now we evolve from that. Fatima, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for bringing your love into the chat. Thank you so much. You have a beautiful night. I clarify this Queen of Wands and I get the Four of Wands. And then it shifts. It shifts. And again, we're still talking about timelines. But the King of Wands, this deck, he has an open heart chakra. He is he is waking up. He is waking up. He is the way that he looks at this Queen of Wands, he's not looking at this Queen of Wands like she's a piece of meat, right? No, 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 no. He may feel the Five of Wands may bring in a little territorial energy with him, but with his heart chakra being open, I think he feels I think he feels confidence and with his feminine counterparts in his own feminine side, he is free. He is free to speak openly. It's not it's not I feel like I want to read from the book on this. I feel like if I read from the book on it, it will explain things better. I think he's paying attention. I think he's seeing 1111 with the Four of Wands. I think his understanding of the Queen of Wands, his understanding of the feminine collective in general is totally different today than how it was. There is a respect for the feminine collective of being able to bring life into this world, right? The feminine collective, nurturing and soft, not that they are pieces of meat, and it's an evolved masculine, and I can't make that up. Let me go one more time, because again, am I looking at a masculine that feels jealous about his Queen of Wands, or a Queen of Wands that feels jealous and has to compete for the attention of this King of Wands? Because it could go that way, right? With a Three of Cups being here and a Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. But because it could go that way, but I'm not feeling it that way. So even though, like, traditionally in the King and Queen of Wands, they get frisky, right? It could really, really go that way. But again, that's not the energy that I'm feeling. And like, give me one on this King of Wands. The Emperor, like, he spins out of my deck, y'all, and the Empress is at the bottom of the deck. And I was like, yes, this is awesome. This is beautiful, right? Again, we're talking about timelines for how, like I was telling my daughter, how she's went from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Now she's moving into Queen of Cups energy, right? So there's that Queen of Cups is very emotional, right? To get to the Emperor and the Empress, one, that doesn't happen overnight. Just because we have children, the Emperor and the Empress, their parents, just because we have children does not mean that we are an emperor or an empress. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get to that status, right? Um, I feel like this King and Queen of Wands are the same people. I feel like they're the same people on different timelines, evolving. So where you go through the Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Swords to the Queen of Wands to Empress, right? So some are at that Queen of Wands status while others are here. And that, Reese, I don't know if you're still here in the chat. That goes back to what we were talking about, how everybody is going to wake up in their own time, right? Divine timing. Let me read from the book on this Queen of Wands, because I'm like, why would this Queen of Wands be insecure? The Queen of Wands, she's not insecure. The Queen of Wands, unless she's in the reverse position, she didn't come out reversed. She would not be insecure. In this deck, the Queen of Wands, the key words are enthusiasm, leadership, creativity, intuition, relationships, strength, and integrity. The Queen thrives in company and is passionate, talkative, and dynamic. She leads by example. Through her work and beliefs, she inspires others to fulfill their potential in relationships. She speaks from the heart. Communication is vital to her, and she may find it frustrating dealing with people who are closed off from their emotions. As the You card in a reading, this queen shows it's time to honor your special talents. She's very passionate about what she believes in, right? Um, the advice, it says, follow your intuition to make the best decisions in relationships, work, and projects. What I feel about the Queen and the King of Wands, even though it's like the King and Queen of Pentacles, they're the ones that's like about money, right? The King and Queen of Wands, I feel, actually do better in business. I feel like they mesh better in business. There's a playful energy about the King and Queen of Wands together. Like while they're working, he might give her a little pat on the bottom, right? Whoop, okay, they're spunky. They don't take things so serious, right? It's like it's not that serious. We're not gonna try to control everything. You get a King of Wands in the reverse position. He will try to like be domineering and controlling, but he didn't come out reversed either. In this deck, I don't take reversals in this deck, but he came out straight up. This is a playful energy. They're fiery. And they'll spar with each other, right? They'll get it's a healthy competition, right? It is like they're not. And I just answered it right there. 1:13:23 on the clock. It's a healthy competition. They don't try to make each other jealous. They're not jealous of each other. He doesn't look at her and think that he doesn't have to worry about her, while she's at work. He doesn't have to worry about her. He doesn't question that, and vice versa with her. They trust each other. It's a good look, right? This King of Wands, he came from the Shadowscapes. I didn't want to turn this light on in here in the kitchen. It's so bright. My head's been kind of hurting. Let's see. There's the wands. Mm. All right, the king. It's not. Is that in you? That's not like blinding you all, is it? The king of wands. He holds. He holds his staff. Excuse me. He holds his staff aloft like a torch, a beacon of flame and light. Or perhaps he himself is that beacon, gleaming as he does with the fire that burns within his chest, and as a searing crown upon his brow. He lifts up the fiery torch to illuminate the path and strides forward. The ground shifts, and the dem- ah, demisons denizens of the woods step back. Like he commands like I don't know if it's a tension, but it's I am the king of wands. I am coming through here, right? Like nothing's gonna get in my way. I am the king of wands. Like you're gonna recognize me when I walk into a room or walk it through the woods, right? The trees part before him, lifting their branches to make way for his passage. The environment shifts to his will and obeys his unspoken desires and commands. The King of Wands is charismatic. The force of his charm is irresistible, such that the very world seems to mold to his desires on and bow to his will. He is a source of inspiration and bears his mantle of authority with an ease, as if he were born to it. It is his natural element burning bright within him, blazing in his blood, in his voice, and searing all that his gaze touches. Like he don't even have to say shit, right? He'll just look at you. Okay. He has the spirit of the lion within him, proud and fierce, dominant and unafraid to chase down what he desires. He springs forth into action with the confident strength and little grace of the great beast. Leith, I pronounced that wrong. And the Leith, life, Lithe, grace of the great beast. He is bold and does not balk at taking chances or striking up new risky paths. So he's not he's not insecure. He takes action. He's unafraid. He's not afraid to talk to the Queen of Wands. He's not afraid to spar with the Queen of Wands. He's not afraid to go head to head with the Queen of Wands. He's not afraid of being near the Queen of Wands. He's not afraid to listen to her thoughts. He's evolved. He's fiery. He's passionate. Um, and he's evolving to the emperor. It's a good look all the way around. It's a good feel. It's a good um it's more than good. These are people that they're like I talk, he listens. He's not arrogant. He's not um if I'm passionate or emotional about what I'm trying to make happen, he's not going to downplay any of that. He's attractive. He's good looking. When he goes places, women will look at him. She is not worried about that. She supports this masculine and what he's trying to accomplish and what he's trying to make happen. And it looks like all that he's working for is this Four of Wands. That's what it looks like. It just, to me, the 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 emotions that we've been feeling it's a level up. It's purging out old things. We don't need that anymore. We don't need those Three of Cups as friends. With this Moon card, reading illusion, were they even our friends? Were they? Because with the Five of Wands, I mean, it felt like we was always beefing anyway, right? It's a level up is what it is. And every time we go through a level up in life, we get into our feels. The feminines do it, the masculines do it. The masculine and feminine collective, there's this level up that they're experiencing right now. It's making them more attracted to the other. It's what do you call that, where like you're more attracted to their intelligence than their actual physical looks, right? Like, I forget what that's called. I'm gonna throw I'm gonna throw a couple more on this, and it's 7:17. It's 7:17 on the clock. I saw five. He goes there. I saw 5:11 and 5:15. Set. I'm gonna I'm gonna pull from this book, y'all. April sent me this book, and I've been using it a lot. 717 is a message from your spirit guides that appears when you need to be reminded that you have divine knowledge that needs to be protected and secured inside of you in preparation for a windfall of in abundance and route of you. Right now is really the time to stay in gratitude, um, humbled in life. Find Reese, find your grace, right? Find your think about it like this. When you start to get aggravated with people, Reese, for being quote unquote sheeple, think about when you were one, right? Because really, you still are, and I still am. Somebody said to me the other day, there's more of us than them. Why don't we all I channeled the movie Django, and it was like, why are we being slaves to them? There's more of us than them. If we stop paying taxes, what are they going to, if all of us stop paying taxes? If all of us went, you know what? We're not coming to work today. Fuck you. You don't pay us enough to be here. Taxes on everything. There's more of us than them. So, I mean, in ways though, really, Reese, we're still complicit. Complicit? Compliant? I thought, you know what? every fucking year I gotta pay $200 on this vehicle of mine, right? Every fucking year. I'm not paying it this year. I'm not. Yeah, I gotta pay $200 for a little fucking sticker for my car. I am not doing it. Just have more compassion. Have more compassion. I let it all get to me too much, and I don't try hard enough to see the good in people. It's just part of the process. I did it too. Reese, I was so mad. My mom, and I, we used to go round and round, round and round. My mom, my mom told me, that Donald Trump was the Antichrist, and I said, I think Obama is. She was like, I'm like, I thought the Antichrist was supposed to be good looking. It's got to be Obama. It's really about humanity. It's not about the politics, the Republican, the Democrat, the keeping us divided, keeping us that's another form of control. Thinking that you're ignorant if you're watching CNN, or you're ignorant if you're watching Fox. We got to look at it like divide and conquer. Exactly. Three of Pentacles. Let's work together. Let's just bake a cake. And you won't come over and we'll bake a cake together. They come together. Come together right now. Ten of Pentacles. That's money. That's money. That's legacies. This is finances. This is, what do you want to leave behind? Kind of like that whole. I used to get it all the time with Dr. Phil, right? Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? The Lovers could be dealing with a Gemini. The Lovers. These is your twin flames, right? These is the soulmates on steroids. But it's also a choice, right? You choose. You choose. High Priestess. This is a big deal right here. This is a big deal right out the gate. Queen of Swords, Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Is it really is speaking all that? What do we need to talk about it really? I mean, again, we can plant seeds with people, right? You plant seeds. People will pay more attention to you if you're kind, right? If you're fucking pissed off, why the fuck you keep fucking voting that way? Look at the fucking gas prices. Look at the well, you're just angry. Mad. I'm not. You're mad. You're mad. Be quiet. The High Priestess stays silent. The High Priestess knows things, and she be knowing. She be knowing. Just be quiet. The High Priestess knows. The High Priestess knows who her person is. She knows who her person is because she feels her love on the inside. She is, I mean, this is someone that has had an awakening, a spiritual awakening, a kundalini awakening. This is the person that you can go to and speak your truth to, and she will respect that. She'll respect it. And she'll at least stay quiet, right? She's not gonna run your business. She's not going to run your business, down it. When you get together with you and the homegirls to bake a cake, she's not gonna tell your business to everybody. I'm still doing donations. Um, you know, I used to go read for donations. Kay, it's been a while. It's been a while since I did that. She this this energy is the things that you're trying to make happen in your space and your life. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to be quiet. For some, this is like two people coming together, and it's a strong soulmate connection coming together that just not everybody needs to know about. Give me one more for the collective, please. It's a collective reading, okay? I got two. I got the Four of Cups. I got the Four of Cups and the Full. King of Cups. King of Cups, bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Justice. Queen of Swords. In this Four of Cups, I mean, it looks like she does feel a little bit lonely, right? Because there's three cups down here on this table. And the Three of Cups will talk about, friendships, getting together, celebrating. And there's this one cup here, and she's just like, I don't want your fucking cup. I don't want your cup. I think I'm gonna go I think I'm gonna go do my own thing. I think I'll go do my own thing. He's like, you want my cup? I got a cup for you. I got a cup for you. Mercury in retro, bringing things back around, bringing these lessons back around. Did we learn the first time? Six cups, Four of Wands. Wow. Right now it's a really big deal. This 8-8 Lionsgate portal, it's a really super big deal. It's huge for manifesting. It's a big deal for the Twin Flame Collective. The Three of Pentacles, this working together. Temperance. Be patient. Be patient with people. Be patient with people at work. Be patient with people that you're working together with. Be patient in general with justice at the bottom of the deck. This is karmic justice. Be patient, balanced. That yin yang energy. Sagittarius energy. Um, not 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 every comment needs a response. Not every not every action needs a reaction. Not everything that you're trying to make happen, you don't have to tell everybody about it. People don't need to know about it. Matter of fact, I probably shouldn't even be sitting here reading. Why is temperance here for the collective, please? The Wheel of Fortune. It, don't block your blessings. Don't block your blessings, because not everybody gives a fuck about you, right? Not everybody gives a fuck about what you're trying to make happen. When we had to let those people go, we had to let those people go because they was blocking our blessings. It's not because we didn't love them. They were energetically blocking our blessings. It was not, they were here. They were supposed to be here. We learned from them. We love them. Now we have to let them go. Let them go with love and light. Don't release them. Let them go with love and light and keep it moving. It's not a, hey, fuck you. You can fuck right off. I can't fucking stand you. It's stay patient, stay calm, stay balanced, pay your blessings forward. Thank those people for being a part of your life and keep going, because greatness is on the horizon. And sometimes those haters, they don't want to see you doing great. Period. The lovers. The love boat. The Page of Cups. It's a little message. A little message. How you doing? How you been? How you doing? King of Cups, Page of Cups. How you doing? I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking about you, cutie pie. Mhm. King of Swords. He's wiser today. He's wiser. He'd tell you the truth. Let me tell you something. Strong Gemini energy. Let me tell you something. You're so cute. You're so cute. A lot of Gemini, a lot of Gemini energy. You're so cute, girl. uh, let me take you somewhere. Let me take you somewhere. I want to take you somewhere. You're so cute. I want to take you on a date. Let him. Let him. Let him take you on a date. Let him spend some money on you. He wants to. Could be military, could be a police officer. It's somebody that wants to take you on a date, wants to speak some truths, wants to talk about some things, wants to be honest with you. Let him take you and let him pay. Let him be a gentleman. You'll know. You'll know. You'll know if he's, you'll know if he's crying you a river. You'll know. You crying me a river. You'll know. Ten of Swords. Justice. Three of Cups. Strength. You know, it's like, what is wrong with us just being friends? What's wrong with that? Why not be friends? Why is that such a problem for us to be friends? Um, Why do we have to run and just jump into the situation? Where is why can't we just be friends and see what happens and see where that goes? Because you both know you're more than friends. Two of Cups. That's your soulmate. That's your person. That's that's a soulmate on steroids. Somebody's afraid to just be friends because it's deeper than that. It's more than that. Okay. Well, he gonna come take you on a date though, right? You won't come take me on a date. He gonna come pick you up in the chariot. Cancer energy. Yeah. Empress. It's beautiful. The high priestess and the empress. Let me tell you something. There's that king of cups again at the bottom of the deck. He is a Romeo. Romeo. He loves you. He loves you. When you were the high priestess and you're the empress, this is the same person. This is the same person. Do you know how intimidating that is? That's not your problem. If you're intimidating, that's not your problem. Don't dim your light for a scaredy motherfucker, right? You stay vibing high. You are you deserve the world. You deserve good things. You deserve connections like this. You deserve this type of love. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Don't be in that Four of Cups energy. Feel it and then just let it go. Feel it. Go deep. Have a good cry and let it go. She's afraid. She gonna be sitting there waiting on it. Three of Cups. The Magician. Wow. This is where the feminine collective, she is going inside of her deep down inside of her, letting go of all the stories from the past, letting go of all the stories of the past. They shaped you, they molded you, they hurt you, they you had to go through those things in life. You had to feel it, let it go. Don't release it. Let it go. And when it comes back up, when it comes back around, that's okay. I learned from it. I learned from it. I evolved from it. I healed from it. It kind of really makes me a badass. It really kind of makes me know how to make things happen in my life. It really kind of makes me know what I deserve and what I don't deserve. When you went through a bunch of shit, right? Breadcrumbs and magicians in the reverse position, you learn from that shit, right? It's that the high priestess is she's the feminine counterpart to the Hierophant. So she's not one to be fucked with. She's been there, she's done that. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. You could be seeing 777, and that's 717. That's significance. I didn't think I did, Reese. Thank you. Ace of Cups. This is love. This is the cup overfloweth. Why not be friends? Why not be friends? It is important. It is important for you to be my friend. I need to know we're friends. I need to know that we're friends and you don't do the same old bullshit that these people back here did. This person is not. This person loves you. Why is the fool here? The hermit? Why is the hermit here? Four of Wands trying to make his way out. The King of Wands in the cut. Virgo energy, Aries energy, Page of Wands. When the way that they talk to you, right? The way that they talk to you, it's maybe it's a little immature, okay? Maybe it's a little immature and you're like, what is he talking about? Because he's been alone. He's been by himself. He might be stuttering and he thinks you're pretty. Just listen to him. Play. Have fun. Don't make it so serious. He's nervous. And so are you. And so are you. Yes, you both. You both been by yourselves for a long time. Look, probably ain't nobody seen you naked for a long time, right? You don't gotta jump into bed with each other. Be your friends, right? There's this nervous, playful energy. Death card, the world. Get out of that. Get out of that energy. Get out of that. Okay, when you do that thing, okay, when you do that thing, right? I look back, I'm like, oh, my butt dropped, right? Well, well, maybe his balls dropped. I mean, you don't even know. Everybody's got these insecurities, right? You do not have to be insecure. You are the high priestess and the empress. You did not get to the status overnight. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how badass you are? Do you know how beautiful you are? Do you know how graceful you are? Do you know how humble and kind you are? Do you know how playful and silly and sweet and what a good parent you are? What a good mom you are? What a good woman you are? You are every woman. When you walk in a room, women know you walked in the room. Men know you walked in the room. You are everything. You are everything. You deserve love. This one is coming with love, respect, genuine friendship, and you deserve that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's get one on my deck. I got an I, the letter I. There's a Q in there too. IQ. This this person, like when they call you, like I don't think they want to text you. I think they want to call you, right? I don't want to text. Text. Page it comes. Page one. This just sounds dumb. They probably texted it out, rereading it, erase. I'm insecure even though people think I'm hot. What I say? Keep it playful. Keep it silly. Keep it fun. You want to go get some ice cream? No, don't go get ice cream. You'll be staring at them, licking on their ice cream. Don't do that. They're already nervous enough. Don't go get ice cream. Just go hold hands. Walk in the park. If they want to take you to dinner, let them take you to dinner. If they just want to push you on the swings, let them push you on the swings. Just be playful. I'm seeing a therapist, guru, spiritual advisor. They probably have to because they know that you're all evolved and shit. Got the letter M. E's at the bottom of the deck. Say you won't let go. Give me one more. Me, M, M-E, J. That could be a Jim. J-I-M. I got a Jim. Be easy. When I tell you, be easy. I didn't feel good enough back then. The person that you're dealing with, there was insecurities. They had to go work through some shit. Be easy on them. Be easy on them. Get one out of this twin flame deck. I'm gonna wrap this shit up, y'all. It's almost 8 o'clock. You know I'm old. I gotta be doing the best. I'm reminded of you constantly. Would you reject me? Your person has really overcome some insecurity issues, but they still love you. This is a beautiful reading. My readings have been so beautiful over the past, I don't know, like a week, I think. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. The feminine, and you think about it like this, and the feminines getting in touch with their feminine side, and then the masculines, they're getting in touch with their feminine side. So for some men that's not easy, right? For some men it's not easy for them to tap into their feminine side and just um be all sweet and loving and nurturing and supportive of that. So somebody's done some work, right? And you will know. When this person comes around, you will know. They'll be smiling all silly. They'll they'll be stuttering. They'll be stuttering. Boy, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like pee on myself a little bit. Thank you all so much for being here. I enjoyed the chat in the beginning. I hope I didn't offend anybody in the beginning with all of that. Thank you all for being sweet to each other in the chat. Thank you all for the thumbs ups. The thumbs ups, that's what grows this channel. YouTube can't stand me, right? They just can't. Like it has to be the thumbs up. Reese, you've been with me for a while, homeboy. Thank you for coming back. I got some new subscribers here too. K858 is new. I'm pretty for sure is new. I've never seen her in here. Richard, I don't think I've seen Richard in here before. Um, Fatima, she's pretty. I've seen her in here before, but she's pretty new. I've got some new subscribers. You know the new ones, I kind of turn the new ones off sometimes. I get to going into the conspiracy theories and my mouth kind of sucks too, right? I run them off. But Reese been coming back for a while, and I appreciate that. I got a lot of subscribers that's been coming back for a while. So for the ones that's comes back, I appreciate y'all too. Somebody loves you so big, so big. You got them tongue tied. Peace out, y'all. See you guys next time.